Even at the height of the war tearing apart the former Yugoslavia, the cameras proved that pilgrims would defy shells and sniper bullets to visit the shrine at Medjugorje. They've congregated here through bad times and good. Indeed, in 1992, when shells hit the church but failed to explode, Medjugorje's reputation grew still further as a place of miracles. In 1985, 6 young children came down from this hill and announced that they'd seen a vision of the Virgin Mary. She appeared again to them on consecutive Fridays, and the word spread. As at Fatima 60 years before, a vision by a group of children made the place a magnet for the faithful. It was said that during their visions the children were truly in trance. They claimed to hear nothing and to be totally unaware of their surroundings. But in Montreal, Canada, a professor of parapsychology decided to investigate. Louis Bélanger took a video camera to record the children in their regular trance. But he says what he recorded calls into question the state of ecstasy the children experience.
When they see the Virgin Mary, the visionaries claim that they are totally disconnected from the environment, that they don't hear other people, that they don't see other people, that they are completely concentrated on the apparition of the Virgin Mary.
Every week, the Virgin is said to appear to the young visionaries at a Friday service. Bélanger set up his camera and sat back to watch.
Now, they made the sign of the cross, and they begin the prayer, Our Father. And during that prayer, suddenly there is the beginning of the ecstasy. They kneel down, and they are in contact with the Virgin Mary.
If they're truly in ecstasy, nothing should distract the children. But suddenly, to Bélanger's later amazement, an onlooker called Jean-Louis jabbed his hand towards Vicka on the right.
At the moment of filming, I did not see that. Just afterwards, I saw that there was a commotion in the chapel. Everybody was disturbed because Vicka had reacted. Jean-Louis made a threat gesture against the eyes of Vicka, towards the eyes of Vicka, and she reacted. And it was for Jean-Louis an important disappointment.
Still frames from Bélanger's video at the moment of the hand lunging at Vicka show her clearly recoiling from the jabbing fingers.
Then the fingers of Jean-Louis are going back. Still no reaction from Vicka. A slight reaction, closing of her eyes. And then on the next picture, you have the spectacular movement of the face of Vicka. She is reacting, going back. After the ecstasy, I had forgotten to stop the camera, and suddenly Vicka comes in with somebody else.
She wanted to explain why she'd moved. In her trance, she'd been trying to prevent the Virgin from dropping the infant Jesus.
So she said, when I arrived in the chapel, and everything was okay, when the ecstasy began, I saw nobody, and I heard nobody, except the Virgin Mary. And the Virgin Mary had the infant Jesus in her arms. And suddenly, I thought, said Vicka, that the infant Jesus would fall on the floor. So to impeach that, I made a gesture to impeach the infant Jesus to fall on the floor. And she thought that it would explain the reaction that she had against the threat gesture made by Jean-Louis.